Well, race 2 on the program is the Brecon Castle Handicap over 1,600 metres. She was a great mare for Bobby Cramp of yesteryear. Again, Dion, we've got a small field, but this one has a lot more depth in it compared to the first event of the day. We'll have a look at the past run of Forest Frolic. Well, it's not his past run. 2 starts ago, he's since run in the Boulder Cup. Listen to Willie Pike, past runs of Money Exchange, also attractions, and catch up with Troy Turner, who'll be riding the Unlucky Money Exchange last start. Other horses in this field include Beyond Dispute, who's been up on the goldfields. Glamazon led all the way before going to Calgary and failing. And Rossam, well, she is just racing very badly at the moment and is really struggling. We go back now and have a look at the previous run of Forest Frolic.
Rip taking off around them in a bunching field, coming up to the turn with about 450 metres to go. Second last is Keaton Grace, and she's back behind a wall of horses with Forest Frolic going right to the outside. Mansion House, though, skipped away around the turn. A length and a half on Exotic Knights and 2 to Tazi. Legend Express and Royale Harvest weaving away through. Mansion House down to the 150, the leader from Exotic Knights, Tazi, Royale Harvest, West River Charlie and Forest Frolic. Exotic Knights comes after Mansion House, but Mansion House digs deep, and it's Mansion House home in the Farnley by about a long neck to Exotic Knights. Not sure about third. Forest Frolic motoring down the outside with West River Charlie.
Well, that was Forest Frolic's first up run over 1,400 in a pretty good field. He flew home late, and that run made him favourite for the Boulder Cup, which in all fairness he probably should have won on a firm track. Didn't have the best of luck. And Willie Pike rode him on that occasion, and this is how he saw it. First up was a huge run, and then last start 4th in the Boulder Cup.
Yeah, he's going great, this old horse. He never puts in a bad run, and I expect him to go really well.
Dropping from the 1760 back to the mile, do you think he can handle the drop back to 1,600?
It's probably not ideal, but he's a good, honest horse, and I think he is actually a bit of a quality horse. I still expect him to go real close.
The track up in Kalgoorlie was rock hard. Do you think the drop back to a bit softer ground here at Belmont will suit him?
Yeah, he'll love the softer ground. The old horse, he has his leg problems, but yeah, I think he's going really good and he'll account for himself well.
Well, they dropped Money Exchange back from 1,600 to 1,200 metres. Here's the race.
The fence Dan's a Trees 4th, then a length and a half attractions. He'll need a bit of luck with the well-tried Money Exchange. Turner, he's going to look for the cheap way home back near the fence, but he's under lock and key as they turn for home, and he's got absolutely no room whatsoever to move. Mathalo moved 2 in front from West River Charlie. Called upon now, back on the fence, Dan's a Trees. Attractions, Money Exchange still can't get through. His cat in a hat down the outside, but Mathalo is still in front at the 100. Mathalo the leader, West River Charlie, Dan's a Trees on the rail, but it'll be Mathalo. Mathalo has scored in an upset from West River Charlie and Dan's a Trees. In behind them, Cat and Hat Attractions, Money Exchange.
Well, it's fair to say he should have won, Marty. He was back there running last, dropping back to 1,200, which didn't suit. The form around the race was questionable with Mathalo winning it. But he should have won that, and if he won the 1,200, stepping up to the 1,600 this week that better suits, I think he's in for a big chance.
What do we make of Attractions, who went around in that race?
Okay, without getting exciting. I mean, he's only beaten 1 home Attractions, and I mean, Money Exchange was desperately unlucky. I couldn't say the same about Attractions. Okay,
Troy Turner rode Money Exchange. Here he is talking with Dion.
He was a bit unlucky last start.
Yeah, he was a little bit. He was dropping back from a mile to a 1,200, and he had a bit of a spell in between runs, and he travels quite strong in his races and didn't get much of a crack up the straight.
He steps back up to 1,600 on Saturday. Does that better suit him?
I think the distance does. I like him just to switch off a little bit more in his races, but hopefully he's drawn out a bit there and hopefully get a nice clear run up the straights.
So a bit of luck in running. Can he win on Saturday?
Well, hopefully. There's a couple of fair chances in the race. Forest Frolic, obviously, he's got good form in the race, but we'll see what we can do.
Found it a hard race, Dion, to find the winner. I did note a year ago that Money Exchange won at 1,600 metres, probably this meeting 12 months ago on the same weight. So I'm going to go for him, Money Exchange. 3 on top to beat 1 Forest Frolic. Look, if he can get a crack at them in the straight and round them up, his run in the Boulder Cup suggests that he'll be hard to beat. And 2 I Command. Just that little query on I Command, whether or not he's handled those 2 hard runs up on the goldfield.
I'm going the top weight, number 1, Forest Frolic. There's a little bit against him. He's dropping back from 1760 to 1600. He's up in the weights, but I think he's better than these. And back to the softer track at Belmont will suit. To beat number 3, Money Exchange, obviously just the form surrounding his last run. And to run third, throw in number 6, Glamazon. She's going to get a very cheap lead in front in this, such as she did 2 starts ago. The firm track at Kalgoorlie didn't suit, and this is her grand final. She's going to have this last run before she goes to stud. So
she's off to stud. Who's she going to?
Possibly Juice Sasso, but that's still up in the air. But best of luck to her for a last start.
For a final run. I wanted to ask you about how she handled Kalgoorlie, because she's got those tender feet, hasn't she? And
she does. She doesn't have the best feet, Glamazon. The firm track didn't suit. She's never won past a mile. She's dropping back to that here today, on Saturday rather, and it was just too hot a speed race for her. The lesser pace up front on Saturday will better suit her.